Lahore Grammar School, QUETTA. I am your English teacher Faiza Shah. Welcome, students, to the new academic session of the year 2021. I am so glad that you made it to grade 7. It is going to be a great year, inshallah. We will learn many new things together, and of course, we'll have fun. But before that, I would like to speak to my students and parents together. One of the most basic skills for writing is reading comprehension. Since we are covering the component of creative writing today, I'd like to share this piece of advice with the children and with the parents that in order to read and understand text, one must be in habit of reading. To write, kids first need to be able to sound out unfamiliar words. Then they need to understand the meaning of strings of words in sentences and in paragraphs. Having a good vocabulary helps with this, but new vocabulary words are mostly learned through reading. Without these skills, it's difficult for kids to even start writing. They will likely to struggle with spellings and with with creating sentence that's meaningful, and they will have trouble revising and editing their work. Technology can also help kids who have reading problem. Um, for instance, if they struggle with sounding out words, text to speech can read aloud the words for them. Ebooks are a very good source for my children. I want every one of you to go through ebooks, read them, read out loud, and use the voiceover. Read it together with the voice so that it will be very easy for you to learn new words as well as to understand and to create sentence structure. Structuring your sentence, it is very important because now that we are going to write a piece of creative writing, we need to understand that our sentence should be meaningful and the spellings should be correct and there should be new vocabulary words. With that note, let's move on. So, the topic of the creative writing today is Full House. It is going to be a fun piece of writing. Why? Because I think it's the story of every other house. Sometimes in vacation, we are the victim, sometimes we are the one uh, visiting our relatives, and they are the victims. So, summer is finally here, and while the children plan their vacation, mom announces that a few guests should be visiting. In no time, the house is full of guests. Bedrooms have to be shared, and just getting to the toilet in the morning is becoming challenging. Who are the house guests, and how is the experience for each one? So, this is what we are going to write today. It is going to be a summer. We need to make sure that we understand it's a summer story. So the season will be hot and it's vacation. As you can see here, it's vacation and there are guests. They are visiting. It means that they're going to stay over. And because they're staying over, it means that everybody needs to share bedrooms and the toilets. So, what do you think will happen? What challenges are they going to face? And also, we need to come up with the story plot. Story plot normally means that something unusual happened in a story. I mean, that isn't that what a story uh, mainly have? When you're writing a story or telling a story, you might tell that it happened to my cousin, you might tell that it happened to, a random boy or a random girl. But then the main plot of the story, what the story is actually about. I hope it's not really just about the challenges. I have some ideas that I'm going to share now. It could be your own story or story of a fictional character. It could be a story of cousins visiting the house, or a peculiar family friends, or visiting your home and end up in an adventure of a secret world. It could be The story could be of the challenges in the house, and the guests were scared of the house. So you can go for the camping idea where, you tell your cousins to let's go for camping, or, take them to a tree house and then scare them off, pretend that you're the ghost, and that that your house is haunted, something like that. Or you can write, family owns a beach house, and that's why everyone decided to visit them this summer. But, and then the story plot. What happened at the beach house? So that is what you need to write down. Begin your story with the background of your characters. Now, the characters could be fictional, could be yours, could be yourself. Um, so you need to make the readers, as in obviously that'll be me. I want to understand what your character is all about. You need to describe your character. Tall, short, stout, could be lean, could be very mean, or could be very nice, something like that. So you need to use the mind map to tell what kind of characters are there. There could be a pet. A pet could be a character, not only human beings, but there could be a pet as well, or an enchanting animal that they find in the camping, forest, something like that. Explain who the characters are and where they came from. So after describing the character, the description of the appearance of the character, you can also tell what the characters are about, where they came from. Why do you think that everyone is having trouble sharing? So this could be one good that can go in your problem. Why do you think everyone is having trouble sharing? Maybe they're not patient enough, And then describe what kind of house they are all in. So you need to describe if the house is too big or if the house is too small for them. So that could be the trouble, the idea why they're having trouble sharing. Maybe it's a small house. Maybe the house is too big, but they are not patient enough. Now, conclusion is the end. So you give a solution to your story, how the story ends, and then the moral of your story. Please use the given mind map in order to plan your story. So this is a mind map here. You can draw it in your notebook and put a circle there, make a small star in the middle, and then connect the dots. List of adjectives for you to use while writing. So I have some descriptive words here. There are hearing words, they heard a buzz or a chatter, mumble, rumble, squeal, wail, or could be tasting words. They had a not very good breakfast or very tasty breakfast in the morning, and then they left for the tree house to play in, or they had very good dinner at night, and they decided to stay in the camp. Or smelling words, the camp started burning, so there's burnt, fresh, musty, rotten, sour, sweet. And then the feeling words, bumpy, frosty, fury, prickly, slippery, sticky. Or seeing words, cluttered, crooked, immense, lovely, shabby, tidy, and so on. So these are some nice list of adjectives for you to use while you're writing. Please write it, and I'll be looking forward to receiving your assignment soon. Thank you so much. Stay home, stay safe. Till we meet again. Bye-bye.